Hey everyone, in this video I will give you a quick update about the sub-brands for NIO, so the cheaper versions of the cars which are coming under new brand. Currently these projects are codenamed Alps and Firefly. Firefly seemingly to be priced around 200,000 RMB, so very low cost, and Alps might be in the 200,000 to 300,000 RMB, just slightly below the ET5 currently. By the way, now is the time to smash the like button and become a subscriber to this channel if you are not yet. And now I'll be talking about a couple of spy shots that we've seen about these sub-brands, but stick to the very end because I'm also talking about what Tesla is just introducing, which might become a threat to NIO. First of all, our friends at CNEV Post just posted those spy shots yesterday, which may reveal the NIO sub-brand Alps. And frankly, I have my doubts that this is the Alps sub-brand. First of all, what are we looking at? It seems to be a kind of a sedan version, right? It seems actually to be looking a bit similar to what might be an ET7. More on that in a second. We don't have too many details as usual with such kind of spy shots. We can't really get a full glimpse at the interior. Is it a NIO model or not? We don't really know. Maybe those lights have the similar shape than a NIO, so this could be a hint to that. Also the fact that they are charging at the NIO charger. It's a hint, but to be honest, like many chargers by NIO are used by other brands. So not really sure if this really is a NIO camouflaged Koenig here and a test car, but could also be just any other brand out there. What could be a hint, of course, for Alps is that it doesn't have any LiDAR or watchtower design at the top here, so that might be an indication. So this could be a stripped off version, let's say with a single motor, no LiDAR, so therefore that's the cost reduction, and this could be the way to make this car a little bit cheaper. However, what could also be the case is that this is simply a updated version of the ET7, and they now have a new technology to, for example, bring also the LiDAR behind the front screen here. I've talked to one of the NIO engineers actually at the Shanghai Auto Show, and they told me exactly this, that they are working at a very revamped version of the ET7, which will be entirely new. So this could be that as well, and doesn't have to be necessarily Alps. I'm also pretty sure we're not looking at Firefly because, well, that's aimed for Europe. And also I think this car is looking still rather expensive. And as they are trying to introduce something cheaper and more economically for Europe, I think this type of a hatchback version would rather be something that I'm expecting. This is also a spy shot, also no way of knowing whether or not this is a NIO car. However, that would be my expectation for Firefly, or however they're going to name the brand, which they might introduce to Europe. Whether or not it's going to have battery swapping, whether or not this may be done in a partnership with some of the German OEMs, Mercedes-Benz, who knows? I don't know, but I think this type of a more compact car and in a cheaper price segment would make a lot of sense for Europe. I would also like to see smaller NIO cars. Well, that's not exactly a NIO car, of course, because it's under a new brand. But anyways, that's my thoughts around these sub-brands here. So now let's wrap this up with another speculation. This might be the Tesla Model 3 updated and upgraded version. The Highland is the code name here, showing more sleek design features at the front. I actually met with Chris Cheng, a Chinese influencer, when I was back in Shanghai, so he's quite a reliable source, and he's basically saying there might be not much difference to the actual look. So this might be the refreshed version. To be honest, I think, and I commented this here, that I think the current Model 3 is an exactly brilliantly looking car. I like it really much more than this version, to be honest, but it's more modern and more sleek, so a refresh for Tesla is overdue, at least in the Chinese market. That's my personal perspective as a Tesla investor. And I also just saw this is a Model Y update here, a 7-seater version, which should be launched in September, along with this Model 3 update that I just shown. And this, of course, together should put some pressure on NIO here on the ET5 and maybe the ES6. If Tesla were to introduce updated models that have maybe nicer features, are more competitive again, that could be something for NIO to consider and think about. And of course, Tesla knows exactly what they're doing. Just in the time that NIO gets up and going, they need to answer and have a reply to competition. So that's it. Let me know what you think about all of these speculations about new cars and who is positioned best. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next updates.